Hey, what's up, guys? Will Bowman here with People Project Media. In this video, I am going to talk to you about 6 ways to make your media and marketing more sustainable. So, the reason that I'm talking about this today is that a lot of media and digital marketing professionals that I meet, and also just business owners in general, they're tired. I've met and talked with quite a few business owners who are trying to use digital marketing to get their business out into the world, do more of what they love, and really just spend less time doing the marketing aspect so they can spend more time actually doing the fulfillment, which is what they got into this world to do. They didn't get into this business in this world to do digital marketing unless you're a professional, in which case you still want to do your marketing in a sustainable way. You don't want to be spending 12 hours a day trying to do digital marketing. And so what this leads to is it oftentimes leads to burnout. It leads to feeling frustrated, low creative output, just generally feeling not like you don't want to go to work. I myself have been in that position. I was just recently, about 3 months ago, really creatively burnt out. I was just trying and pushing really hard on a lot of things to try and get things done. And I just one day found myself laying in bed, just not wanting to get up and go to work at all. I had to have my wife come in and give me a little pep talk and actually help me to sort of confront some of the unsustainable aspects of what I was doing so that I could actually move forward and do things in a better way. And so the reason I wanted to talk about this subject today is because I know a lot of business owners are struggling with this, and also a lot of business owners are, and a lot of digital marketers are struggling with this. They're tired. They're doing a lot of different things for a lot of different clients, and they could use some help as well. So, like I said in this video, I'm going to give you 6 of my tips to make your media and marketing more sustainable. And when I say sustainable, I mean that you can keep doing it for a long period of time, without any detrimental effects to your business, to your health, to your well-being, whatever. Um, and if you're going to do digital marketing, if you're going to use digital marketing as your method for getting business, then you need to think about sustainability, which is actually one of the points, but I'm going to jump into that. So let's jump into our 6 points. So number 1 is spend more time on your strategy. Now, I know that it's not a good start when I'm telling you the first thing to spend more time doing something, but in this situation, the truth is that spending more time doing your strategy is going to result in less time actually producing the media and producing more media because your initial media didn't necessarily work as well as you'd hoped. So much in the world of digital marketing is the strategy. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. There's a billion different ways to do marketing online, from YouTube, organic, to YouTube paid, to Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, funnels, email marketing, product launches. It's like there's a million different things that you can do, and they all work if you do them in the right way. Just doing things is going to lead to a lot of failed attempts and a lot of wasted money and time and a lot of burnout. And so what I suggest to people is, instead of just jumping in and trying a billion different things, spend more time on the strategy aspect of whatever it is you're doing and spend less time in experimentation. There's a lot of people out there who have done whatever it is you're trying to do successfully. Find someone who's already done it and learn from them. And then you're not going to make a lot of the same mistakes that they did, right? If you're trying to do YouTube ads, don't just jump in and start spending money on YouTube ads. Take a little course, spend $100 on a course, and then you're going to learn a lot of stuff about how to do the thing, right? Another thing, focusing on strategy. Don't just create media as you sort of automatically instinctually want to create it. Think about the strategy behind your media. Who is it for? Where are they living online? What inspires or moves them to take the action that you want to take to buy your product, to connect with your brand, right? Think about a lot of these aspects before you jump into actually producing your media or going into your marketing campaign. And that's going to make your campaign be more effective, and you're going to ultimately spend less time and money in the long run doing it. So number 2, focus on one method or platform at a time. This is I myself have fallen into this trap on multiple occasions of trying to do everything, be a little bit of everything, do a little bit of everything. And it makes sense because there's just so many options out there, and there's so many people saying, hey, my method works. Hey, my method works. Hey, you could try this. Hey, you could try that. It can be very overwhelming at times. And what you need to do is you need to kind of steel yourself against that, right? Pick one platform that you think that you're going to be able to excel at. If that's blogging, it's blogging. If it's YouTube, it's YouTube. If it's creating TikTok reels, it's creating TikTok reels. Create one method and then take that as far as you can take it. Don't try and do a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Focus on one particular platform and get really good at that. And that's going to really help you to spend less time and resources rather than feeling pulled in a million different ways. And as Bilbo Baggins puts it in Lord of the Rings, feeling like butter spread over too much bread. So focus on one platform. Number 3, think about sustainability on the front end. Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, when I talk about sustainability, I mean the ability to sustain it. Can you sustain this long term? There are a lot of great digital marketing strategies out there. However, not all of them are sustainable. Some of them require a lot of input on the front end, and maybe they get great response on the front end, but then in the long term, they kind of peter out, right? So if you think about your particular business model and the sustainability factor, are you going to be able to sustain this or put enough time into this without feeling overwhelmed, without feeling burnout, with being able to create the media that you need or to do whatever you need to do to fulfill on the sales that you make? Marketing is only one half of our business as a business owner. There's also fulfillment. And so you need to think about, hey, how can I integrate my marketing in a way that I'm going to be able to do it in the context of fulfilling on the clients that I already have? If you think about this, this is going to push out certain options for you. It's going to bring certain options to the front, and it's going to push out certain options, right? Maybe, for example, for me, right? I can't spend 8 hours a day making my own marketing materials. I spend a couple hours every day thinking about or working on it. Some weeks it's only 1 or 2 days a week, right? I have a lot of fulfillment that I have to do, so I can't spend 8 hours a day working on my marketing. So I need to consider that with the types of videos that I'm creating, the types of content that I'm putting out, how I'm blocking off schedules during the week. Think about your sustainability, because if you can't sustain it in the long term, then that's going to be problematic, especially if you pick a type of marketing strategy like content marketing, inbound marketing, that requires some build-up time and some front-end investment before you actually start seeing results in the long run. If you think about sustainability, though, you're going to save yourself a lot of headache in the end, having done whatever it is you're doing and put all of your effort into it and not getting far enough, and then getting burned out and having to start over from scratch, or not being able to sustain it long enough to actually see the results. So number 4, craft your media intentionally. A lot of times there's an instinct in all of us, especially people who, we just kind of want to get the marketing over with so that we can get onto the thing that we really want to be doing, which is, for me, it's making videos. For other people, it might be doing massage therapy or creating art, right? And so it's very tempting to just throw things together out and throw them out into the world. Now, as tempting as this is, you really need to sort of resist this urge, because there's so much media out there. There's so many different things. People are inundated with it. And if your media doesn't stand out, if it's not well put together, if it's not well thought through, if people are just going to ignore it, they're going to throw it by. They're going to throw it off, and they're going to delete your emails. They're going to scroll past your videos, whatever. Again, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Instead, think about really be intentional in your media creation process. If you're creating a video like I do, how do you write the script to be able to move the person who's on the other end to actually take the action you want to take? Are you including a pattern interrupt? Are you addressing them directly? Are you talking about their problems, their pains, their aspirations, their hopes, their dreams, right? Are you giving them a very clear call to action of what to do next? Are they clear about what promise that your video is making? These kind of little intentional pieces are what's going to differentiate your media from the billion other people who are spending money in the digital marketing sector. And if you really think through them, if you take more time on the front end to think through that and then create your video or your media or your whatever that is, it's going to be more effective than if you just tossed something out there into the world. Number 5, this is somewhat similar, reuse your media. So often I work with clients with videos that they pay me to make a video. I make them a great video and they use it for one thing. Maybe they put it on social media and that's all they do with it. Or maybe they play at a live event and then that's all they do with it. This is somewhat of a tragic loss because this media can be reused over and over and over again in different capacities to be able to get the most use out of it. So if you create a video or if you create an ebook, right, instead of just using it in one thing that you're doing, say, for example, as a lead magnet on social media for ads, on LinkedIn for ads, also send it out to your email list. Also put it on your website as a free opt-in. Try to take the media that you create and be as versatile with it as you possibly can. So in the end, you're getting more bang for the buck of the media that you've already created. Don't just keep creating media and not do anything with it. Take the time, sit back, use the media to its full extent, and you're going to get more out of what you're already doing versus constantly being on the hamster wheel of always creating more media. And I got to say, this is definitely an area that I personally struggle with. I love creating media. I'm good at creating media. I know how to do it. Using it once it's done is my weak point. And so my instinct is to just create more media and more media and more media, and then to just aggregate all this media and not use it, only use it for one thing. Do as I say, not as I do with my own marketing, or at least do as I say and I'm trying to do with my own marketing, and spend more time using the media you have versus always constantly creating more media. Number 6, quickly shift or ditch what doesn't work. Again, this is an area I struggle with because as a distance runner, my mentality is grind through the miles. If you grind through enough miles, you're going to improve. That's not always how it works in digital marketing. Oftentimes, if something's not working, it really doesn't matter how much you beat your head against it, it's not going to work. Digital marketing is not like an endurance sport where if you just do the same thing over and over and over again, then you'll see results. Digital marketing, when something's not working, oftentimes it means that there's something a little off. And that doesn't mean that your whole strategy is off. There might just be a piece of the strategy that's off. For example, for one particular client that I have, we were using a content marketing strategy where we were weekly or bi-weekly sending out media to our email list and saying, hey, check out this free resource we just created. We think it's valuable. And then we were including a call to action to one of our paid services. We were never getting any results on that call to action. But what we learned is that the offer that we were making, first of all, was not the type of offer that these people were interested in opting into. And 2, instead of including the call to action in the media that we were sending out, we then started doing specific campaigns to the same email audience that we were marketing to. And that was more likely to get them to convert than trying to include the all call to action in the blog posts and the ebooks and so on and so forth that we were creating for them. So that being said, quickly shift or ditch what doesn't work. If something isn't working, try something new. Experiment. Don't be like me and just grind through. Shift it or move on. Try something new, and eventually you'll find something that actually does work for you. So that's my 6 tips. One bonus that I'm going to toss in here. If you have more money than time, and you've got a marketing budget and you're just stressed out trying to get all of the things done that you need for your marketing and media, hire out, hire a digital marketing professional, hire a video marketer or a designer or whatever. There's countless different things that you can do and you can use to be able to offload your tasks. You shouldn't have to do everything that you need to do to be able to get your marketing done. In fact, if you're trying to do everything, you're probably spending way more time than you need to be in order, and you're probably doing a disservice to the media and marketing that you're doing. That said, I realize not everybody has the money to be able to invest in that, in which case the other 6 of these tips are probably the way to go for your digital media and marketing right now. Okay, guys, be sure to click down below and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to hear more tips on sustainability in media and marketing. This is a subject I'm going to be talking more about over the coming months and years, just because it's something I'm somewhat passionate about. Sustainability, both on a personal, sort of emotional level of like, how can I sustain my creative output? And also on a global level, how can we as creators and marketers and just creatives be sensitive to our planet and also the human race and the effect that our planet, that our content and that our marketing and our media is having on the human race. This is something that I think is going to become a really big conversation as the years go by. And as marketers and creators, we're going to have to reckon with it. So if this is a subject you're interested in getting in on the front end of, subscribe to the channel and we'll see you soon.